Hello and welcome to the walking talking topic on simultaneous equations with me, Mr. Barton. Now these are weird looking simultaneous equations, but they are still simultaneous equations, still linear, and the key to this is making them look in a format that you're comfortable with. So first one, he's looking fine. 3x plus 2y equals 1. That's how I like to see simultaneous equations. Second one looks dodgy. 2x equals 5 brackets y minus 10. Well, let's tidy that one up here. So we've got 2x equals, let's multiply out our brackets. 5 times y is 5y. 5 times minus 10 is minus 50. And then let's make it look like that. So I want to get my y on the same side as my x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 5y off both sides. So I'm going to end up with 2x minus 5y is equal to negative 50. And now I've got it in the form that I'm used to dealing with. So now I can just go into my usual routine and solve these equations. So let's write them down. I've got 3x plus 2y is equal to 1. And I've got 2x, sorry, for some reason my paper's gone a bit wonky there, minus 5y is equal to negative 50. Now I've got to get my x's and y's the same, so either my x is the same or the y is the same. In the previous video I made my x's the same, so just to mix things up I'm going to make my y's the same this time. So I'm going to call that equation 1 and that equation 2, and it doesn't matter which way you want to do it. So I've got 2y and 5y, so I think I'm going to get myself 10y's. So I'm going to take equation 1 and I'm going to times it by 5. And I'm going to times everything by 5. So I get 15x's, times that by 5, 10y's equal, times that by 5, 5. Hopefully you can see that. To get equation 2, how am I going to get myself the 10y's? Well, I'm going to need to times it by 2, I think. So I'm going to get 4x's minus 10y's, got to times that by as well, minus 100. Now I'm going to put a box around the letter that I've made the same and the sign that's in front of it. And then I remember my rule. If the signs are same, subtract. If the signs are different, I add. And that's going to hopefully make my box disappear. So I've got a positive 10y and a negative 10y, so I'm going to add these two equations together. So I get 15x plus 4x, which I think is 19x's. I get 10y, add on negative 10y, disappears, no y's. And finally I get 5, positive 5, add on negative 100. And I think that's minus 95. Now, this looks a bit of a pain. 19x equals 95. What does 1x equal? It's worth learning this because 19 is a dodgy number, but it fits quite nicely with 95. But you've just got to know how many times it goes into it. If you times 19 by 5, you get 5 lots of 10 are 50 and 5 lots of 9 are 45. So that's going to give you the 95 that you need. So I think if you divide minus 95 by 19, I think you end up with minus 5. It's one of those things that you've just got to keep checking and make sure that you get your head around these numbers. If it's on a non-calculator paper, it's never going to be a really dodgy decimal or fractional. Hopefully not anyway. So x equals negative 5. Well, we've got to get y out. So we choose any equation we want. I'm going to use equation 1. I always write my equation out. 3x plus 2y equals 1. And then I sub in. And no x is minus 5. So 3 lots of minus 5 plus 2y equals 1. Notice I've put me minus 5 in a bracket. I always do that. It just saves me making any bad sign errors. 3 times minus 5 is minus 15, plus 2 lots of y are equal to 1. And then just don't make a howler here. Just solve the equation. Add 15 to both sides. You're going to get 2y equals 16. Minus 15, add your 15, disappears. And then divide both sides by 2, and you're going to get y is equal to 8. Now it's up to you whether you're a gambler and you want to stick with that, or whether you want to check. I'm feeling like doing a bit of a check, so I'm going to use this original equation, the one I started with right at the start, to check. So that was saying that 2 lots of x was equal to 5 brackets y minus 10. Well, I'm claiming x is minus 5, so 2 lots of minus 5 I'm claiming is the same as 5 lots of 8 minus 10, because I know y is 8. 2 lots of minus 5, that's minus 10. 8 take away 10 is minus 2, and 5 lots of minus 2 is minus 10. Happy days, I'll take the marks.